We might not be conscious of it, but all of us carry beliefs about money that shape our financial decisions. Some of these beliefs serve us well, but others get in our way. The tricky part, it's very difficult to challenge our own assumptions. We need someone else to ask the awkward questions. For example, will that actually make you happy? Chris Budd is an expert in financial well-being.
We all have our own relationship with money that will have stemmed from lots of different accumulated experiences. Every time we have an experience, that creates a reaction which either confirms or denies that experience, which creates new experiences. And so we go round this cycle over and over and over again until we build our value set. That's why we all have our different beliefs. That's why we all have our different values. The trouble is, beliefs are not always truths. Sometimes we might believe things that aren't actually real or true. And if they're leading to poor decisions, we would call those self-limiting beliefs.
Even when they aren't true, these beliefs can quietly hold us back for decades. They almost become part of our identity.
So somebody might say, I'm not very good with money. Now that's not actually true. How could you be not very good with money? It doesn't really make any sense. But they're telling themselves that fact, and therefore they will probably be not very good with money. Somebody might say the stock market isn't really for me because maybe they went in once at the top, it went down and they lost money. Well, that means that their experience led to this belief which stops them going into the stock market again and is therefore a self-limiting belief. We all have hundreds of these self-limiting beliefs. Some of them don't make much difference, but some of them can lead to poor financial decisions.
Sometimes these beliefs run surprisingly deep. Chris recalls the story of a money coach called Mark Bristow.
When he was young, about 3, very young, he got separated from his parents in a department store. He was lost for just perhaps a minute or two, but a very scary minute or two. And when his mum found him, she told him off. Now, she told him off, was angry because she was so upset. But for him, that built in a very firm belief that his parents didn't love him. He grew up and of course had a lovely relationship with his parents, but as he got older, he didn't spend any money on himself. He gave it away, he didn't save, because he had a very low level of self-worth. And it was only when he did some serious work with a money coach later in his life, in his 40s, did he realize and trace it all back to this event with his parents, which created this self-limiting belief that his parents didn't love him and therefore he wasn't worthy of having money.
There's another common pattern Chris sees: planning our futures around what we think others expect of us. We chase approval without stopping to ask whether it's what we really want.
When people plan for the future, they tend to plan for what other people expect them to be like and to attain. This could be getting a bigger house because your friends have got a bigger house, or it could be achieving something because you think that's what's expected of you, approval of your parents. And that is a type of self-limiting belief. If we spend time, again, preferably with a third party to help us unpick some of this stuff, we can start to build a plan for the future that will keep making other people happy as well, but only where it will also make us happy. Maybe the approval of others isn't always the best thing for us. Maybe achieving glory isn't actually going to make us happy, but maybe we should be creating a path to things that we know for sure will be actually making us happy and breaking that self-limiting belief.
We can't escape our beliefs about money, but we can examine them. And that's where a good financial planner comes in. Not just to manage your investments, but to help you understand what your money's really for and whether your plans will actually lead to the life you want.